Okay, we're going to show Mr. Hollow Point's good old rebuild today. Davemade 8-pill converted into a NoName 16. I'm actually sitting here etching some computer boards now. I wouldn't say computer boards, but little boards for some biasing I'm doing on these new 29s. Just figured I'd throw them in there and show you all a little bit of what I'm doing. This one's already been processed. Just got to wait for it to dry, but got to get the little black off there. It's just a new deal I'm doing on 29s now. That's just baking soda and water, and this is etching solution. Don't want to stick your finger in there, it might take some skin off. But we got the shop in shambles right now. We're redoing a whole bunch of stuff in here. This place is a big frickin' mess. I had shelves all through this whole area here, like 3 big ass shelves. I done taken them all out. Oh, that's my dog. That's a good old dog there. But we're trying to get everything back together, so I haven't really done much in the shop all week except for play Made. But Hollow Point 16 pill, boy, look at that. As Hollow Point would say, that's a sexy biatch. So we're driving it with this little 2-pill that I had in the previous videos. Little 2-pill I redid for a guy that decided not to pick it up. So it's been here for a while. But we're going to use that to drive into it like usual. Reflect meter. We're using this meter right now for output. 1000-watt slug in there. I'm putting about 60-70 bird into the 16. It's all tuned out. Fan's getting it. As before, you know, a lot of guys have questioned me on this. I'm going to show you all this as soon as I'm done showing what this is doing. But on my radios I use for testing, I've said it numerous times, they are stock radios. All I do is add variable power. Limiter's still in them. Okay. Little 2-pill class AB1 I did for a sidebander. There's reflect. Output power, almost 500. Yeah. 1000 in the corner. Yeah. Reflect comes up a little bit, but that's at that dead key. We're actually dead keying a little bit too low for it. So we'll put about 900. As you see, the reflect don't really change any. Yeah. So I got just a hair more tuning to do on it, but it's in pretty fair shape. We're looking good. I'm going to stick her on the air here in a few minutes and see how she can rock and roll. And then we'll go with it from there. But since we're sitting here, let me turn some of this stuff off. Power supply. Now I'm going to unhook my reflect meter, and we're going to hook her up right here behind the radio. You know, guys all the time are like, you know, these amp builders are running modified radios. That's how they get these watts. I'm pretty conservative on my watts most of the time. I mean, they're actually lower than they should be. I'm gonna pull the slug out of here. 5-watt slug. Okay. As you see, it's in my hand. I'm pointing it for output power. Now we're gonna look at this meter for the watts. Dead keying right around 2. Yeah. Little over 4. I mean, there's no baffling anybody with any BS here. You see the radio don't make no bird. That's a 5-watt slug in there. I'm going to put it at 4 just in. Yeah. I mean, the radio's been adjusted for 100% modulation. It's a stock radio, man. I mean, Cobra 29s, the 2 I use mainly to tune with. If one goes down, I got another for a backup. So, you know, which this poor radio's probably been burned up maybe a good 50 times. You know, finals really. Guys bring in these old tube amps and stuff, they back up into the radios. But let me get her hooked up to the air, man. I'll let you know how it works. We'll see ya. Okay, 16-pill in line with bass stuff. Now I've got a new amp in line, so it's kind of messing with my SWR a little bit, and I'm just too lazy to feel like undoing all the coax and everything. But because it's not on, it's going to add a little bit to back at the 2-pill. But this is what we got for a SWR standing wave. Okay, which ain't bad, and it swings back. Yeah, so that's not bad at all. And then if we go to reflect, 1015, really, really good. So let me do some other experimenting, and we're going to actually, let's see where we're at right now. Let's see, at 800, 850, somewhere in there. It's just a 2-pill. That's all I got right now. As you see, the lights are all on. 2-pill, 29 I use on my bass. It's not really comp tuned. It's got a good tune on it, but it's better than the stock one. Yeah. Now that's just a 2-pill going into it. That's what the 2-pill's doing. Audio. Of course, it's a 5,000 watt slug. It usually does about 60, but that slug's not going to read it, being it's a 5,000, because it's digital, of course. But that's what we got going on right now. Now I'm going to do some pounding on it, and then we'll be back with another video with the pounding. We'll see ya. Okay, we're back. Now I'm going to drive this 2-tuber into this 16. We're going to see how she rocks and rolls. This is the drive right now. Yeah, about 50 bird. I mean 350 bird, I'm sorry. 50 bird dead key out of it to go into the 16. Now that gives me roughly about 1350, 1400. Yeah. Yeah. And about 1800 out. So I know we're pulling the shit out of my power supply now. Let's see, we're floating 19.5, 19.6 I seen a minute ago. I don't know how well y'all can see that. Yeah. 14.8. So that's what we're giving you. We need a little bit more supply, I believe. That and probably drive, but that's what you can expect to see out of it, I would think. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less, depending on your radio. If I had my Madison in line, we'd see a lot more. I know my Madison would kick the shit out of it. You know, we'll get it over to 2,000 range with that radio, but she drives really hard. Alright, Holly Point, I hope you enjoy it, buddy. We'll put it on you later.